Hello and how are you? My name is Muhindo Mubarak and welcome you to 23rd. I think it's 22nd, I'm not sure, but I think it's 23rd. We shall find out. Lecture of creating a complete marketplace system. We always do 30 minutes, so I'll go ahead and start our timer. Without wasting any minute, let's go straight into today's business. So in the previous lecture, we stopped at this level whereby we could go to a product and we check if the product is already in cart, and then if it's already in cart, we go ahead and show that this product is in cart. So that's what we did in the previous lecture. Also, we wanted to show here the product that already in cart, and then we say that in this lecture we're going now to proceed to cart and display the cart details and show the product that are in cart, and also maybe be able to change the number of items that are in cart and also placing an order. That's what we're going to do in this video. So let's go ahead and design the cart screen. So the cart screen, want to access it when you click on view cart, or when you click on a product and you click on checkout. That's why I want to take you to the what? To the cart screen. So let's go ahead and design the cart screen. So I've already designed the cart screen somehow here, and now we're going to design it together and see if we can be able to add a product like this, like adding it with a plus, increasing the quantity of the products in the cart, and also updating the prices accordingly. So I should be able to click here, click on 2 like this to reduce something like that. All right, so that's what we're going to do in this lecture, and the total should be changing here in the bottom accordingly. So let's go ahead and start doing that. All right, so let's begin. So I'll come here to my shopping cart here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to create let me come here to cart. Let me go to our cart screen. Remember, we created the previous lecture, the cart screen. So let's begin without wasting any time. Let's go straight. We're going to begin with the scaffold, so I'll go ahead and put scaffold there. So I'll come here and remove here where there is body. I'm going to put here scaffold. Okay, scaffold is already there. So inside the scaffold, we are going to put an up bar which will have those items. So let me go ahead and put an up bar. So I'm going to explain everything in this up bar. So I'll come here and put here the up bar. So the up bar will have our primary color, that is the background color, and then we shall go ahead and put system overlay style, and we import that system overlay style, and then we go ahead and put the status bar color to be also the primary color. All right, then after doing that, and then you go ahead and put the item to be my shopping cart like that, and then after doing so, I save. They shall have here my shopping cart like that, and then here the cart item data, we're going to put it here in the bottom here. So let's go ahead and do that later. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and proceed to that. Here I use the future builder, but I don't think we need it. We can just proceed and just design the cart items. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and return a container. Okay, a container. So it's already there. The container is already there. Just simply put here, make it a container. Then after doing so, we're going to return a refresh indicator. All right, so let's go ahead and give this container padding left and right of 5, left and right with 5. Then after, we're going to give this container a refresh indicator. So let's go ahead and give a refresh indicator. For example, come this, and change this guy to come to a refresh indicator. So refresh indicator, it will always have this on refresh. So on refresh, and then the background color and the other icon color. So we want when someone clicks on refresh, so come background color. What else? We can give also the color to be primary. So we want now someone, when they click on refresh, we should go ahead and call the function for refreshing. When they scroll down to refresh, you should go ahead and call the function for refreshing. Let's put this function on top here. Come and put it here. It can be asynchronous, asynchronous, and then here with future future void. All right, yeah, so that like that. That's a refresh indicator. We shall be calling it when someone refreshes. All right, so after doing so, we're going to go ahead and put a column in that. So let's go ahead and put here a column as a child of the refresh indicator. So I'll come here and put column. All right, so after doing so, I'll go ahead and put the expanded that's going to expand from here up to here. So let's go ahead and put expanded as the child of the column. So just simply come and surround this guy with expanded like this. All right, so this expanded is going to have a child of custom view, custom scroll view. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this text child, and then give it a child of custom scroll view. So inside this custom scroll view, so we're going to put the slivers for the scrolling, for the scroll, for the items. So I'll go ahead and put slivers. So slivers, it takes an array, and then inside these slivers, we're going to give our first sliver list. I'm going to explain it, but let me just copy it as it is here, and then I'll explain it. So put here our first sliver list. All right, sliver list here. So this sliver list, it's going to have cut items. However, these cut items, they are going to come from from the main controller. So let me explain it. Just sliver list has a delegate. So inside that delegate, there is a sliver child builder delegate that has a bracket. You open the bracket, and then it accepts the builder context and then the index, and then you open bracket next to it inside that bracket. Then you put here the child count, and then after you close that bracket. You can pause the video and see how it looks like. Alright, so here we're going to begin by adding cut items. So import the cut item, and then we're going to go ahead and put a main controller. So you put a main controller. You know how we will do it. You just simply go on top of a refresh indicator here, on top of everything, and put there main controller. You give it a name equals to main controller. So by doing like this to be able to get the main controller. All right, so after doing so, we go ahead and get the cut items. So we're going to put cut items. I believe they're already there. So cut items already there. So you see cut items like this. And then here we're going to put cut widget, the cut item widget. So we're going to design a widget that will be representing a single cut item. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So you see, these are our cut items. They're already in our main controller, and work on that logic in the previous video. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and I'll create a widget for cut items. Create a widget for cut items. It's going to be, let me see how I'm going to do it. It's going to be stateful. Let me see. Cut item widget. All right, let's create it. We can put it here. Let's put it. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and create it as an independent widget because you'll have states. So I'll come here to our widget. I'll come here to our widgets. Where is the section of widget? Here, and then come and create new, and then file, and so cut item widget dot like that. So after doing so, we'll go ahead and create stateful widget that's going to have this cut item widget. So you go ahead and say stateful, and then put the cut item widget. All right, so that's going to be our widget. Now this widget, it will be accepting the cut item and maybe the cut controller. It will be accepting those two things, the cut item and the main controller. So let's go ahead and put them in this class, a stateful widget. So I'll come and put here, it will accept the cut item and also the main controller. Then we come here and remove this constant. Remove the constant, and then after we come and put here this .u and then this .main controller like that. So by doing like that, we shall have list of a cut item like this. So let's go ahead and get back to cut screen. Cut screen, it is here, and then we're going to make it have screen. We're going to import the cut widget, the cut item widget here. So if I save, you'll see that, of course, I have to say it better. So if I come here and refresh, when I refresh, you should go ahead and call the get cut items. So let's go ahead and do that. So where is our init? Where is our init? Our init is, our do refresh is here. We should also call it when on the init state. All right, init state. All right, so in the init state, you're going to go ahead and call the do refresh. So in this do refresh, we're going to put different things. We're just going to fetch the cut items. We're going to call the main controller and fetch the cut items. So we just simply say main controller dot what dot get to cut items, get cut items. This one, this one, get cut items. So we're supposed to remove this one too. So this cut item, it will go ahead and get the cut items and do everything that we did in the previous lecture, and then update everything and save and update whatever it is listening to this. So that is it. So get cut items like that, to get everything. So only that maybe we may need to wait for it as it is loading. All right, so if I save, if I call this one, you'll see that to go ahead and get the cut items. Let's see if there is no any error. So let's go ahead and put here utils dot toast, and then say found those number of cut items. So let's see if it will reach there. So you see it found 10 cut items like that. So yeah, so I want here when it finishes, should go ahead and set state like this, so it can update. So if I come back here, I refresh, I say proceed to checkout, you'll see it is by default it goes ahead and this go and get those cut items. All right, and get those cut items. That is beautiful. So we're going to go now, come back to our cut item widget and go ahead and update it and start giving it whatever it needs. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Make sure that my thing is streaming. All right, so let's proceed. So let's make sure that these cut items are going to be displayed. So let's go ahead and design that. So we're going to return the container. So let's go ahead and return the container that will have this padding. All right, so let me go ahead and return container that will have this padding like this. Then after doing so, after returning the container, we're going to give it a what? A child of flex. All right, a child of flex, and then horizontal. So we're going to give it a child of what? Of flex. Right, child of flex. Okay, like this. All right, so our flex is going to have the direction of horizontal axis, the main the main alignment to be start, and then the cross alignment to be start like that. All right, so after doing so, we go ahead and give it children. All right, to give it children of those images. So let's go ahead and give it children. All right, let me first disable copilot because it's disturbing. Okay, we give it children. All right, so after giving it children, we'll go ahead. So the first child is going to be our image or the product, right? It's going to be the image of the product. Let's see how we display the image of other products. Of other products, so you can just copy that and make use of it. So how do you display? You may also like, what is it? You may also like. So here in the bottom of it, we have product UI2. Yeah, that's what we used here, product UI2. Looking where there's an image. I think this is an image that we used, cached image. Let me copy this one and then we shall harmonize that. Let me go back now to our our cut item. So the first thing is an image which is going to have so we go ahead and import the image. It's going to have width divided by 3 by 4.5. all right, it's going to have width and height of divided by 4.5. So you can see so here, how do you get the image photo? Let's call this one item. All right, and then so here to get the image photo, just simply say widget dot what, widget dot item, and then dot image, dot image dot dot, how did you save it here? It is what, product featured photo, product feature photo. There, that's how you saved it. And then import our schema widget, yeah, like this. So if I save, we shall have that. What are you having anyway? But refresh here, let's go ahead and divide this one, and let's give it first of all the width of let's give it the width of 3.5 and height of 3.5, like this. Yep, I think that's fine. Let's reduce it to 4 and here to 4, like this. I think that's fine, that's okay. So you can see those are cut items, right? So let me just explain this. This is just our cached image having this feet. It is having those whatever. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see it. All right, so yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go ahead and now give it what, let's go ahead and give it let's go ahead and give it that rounded corner. Let's go ahead and give it rounded corner, because I want this image to be kind of rounded. I think we can give it rounded corner by surrounding it with how do we call it? We call it, oh my god, I forgot. It's called ovo a clip rect, clip arrow rect, clip arrow rect. Yeah, this is the I'm naming, clip arrow rect. Okay, like that. So it will bring that kind of padding across, I mean at the borders. Okay, can make it maybe 10, so you can, that kind of rounded shape at the end of a product. All right, so that's beautiful. So we proceed, let's make this one, let's maybe come here and make this one to be, to avoid that thing to go beyond where it's supposed to pass and resulting us to errors. All right, so if I come here, I'll see that. Okay, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. So if I mean that if the image here is having wrong, we shall have that kind of, that is beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. Then our schema is there also. All right, so let's proceed. We finish that. Let's go ahead and put some separation between this product and the item details. So let's go ahead and come after this clip rect and add some sized box of width 10, and then after we go ahead and give an expanded of that's going to have now the remaining information. So come here and put expanded. So this expanded is going to have a flex. It's going to have a flex. You can use rows in fact as well. That's going to have a flex of orientation vertical cross alignment start, orientation vertical cross alignment start, and then children. So the first child is also going to be a flex. However, I can do rows as well. Let's put here a row and I show you. Okay, let's put here a row. All right, so it's going to be a row that's going to have children. So the first item, and put here the first item is going to be expanded, and then the title of our product. All right, let me just put here and explain it. So the first item is expanded, and then the title of the product, which is item.product name. You can see the font weight, the color, you can see, yeah. If I save, so you'll see that we have now the title attached there. So after this expanded, I want to go ahead and put now those the delete button. Like if someone clicks on it, it should be able to do what? To delete. So we go ahead and put some separation, and then after doing so, we go ahead and put now the delete button. All right, so this delete button is going to be just a column, right? It's going to be a column that will have the delete icon, and yeah, to have the delete icons. Then the bottom controllers will also be on their own. So I don't think we need a column. Okay, we need a column because we want to separate it, to have some height separated with the bottom thing. So let's go ahead and put there our icon. So we'll go ahead and put our icon. So let me go ahead and put the icon of deletion like this, and then colors red. So we put an icon of deleting and colors red, and then we go ahead and surround it with on top. Listen, honey, fridge, taking fridge, freezer. So we put here inkwell, and then come and put here on top. So on top, listen, on top. All right, like this. So yeah, so I want, like, when someone taps here, we can just delete it immediately, or we can first warn them. But I don't think here we need an alert to ask someone, are you sure you want to remove an item? However, you can have it. You can have it, it's okay, you can have it. Let's just put it there. Are you sure you want to remove this? Because sometimes it can be a mistake anyway. So you see this, this icon, I surround it with what? With inkwell. And then I go ahead and put get.dialog default, and then I put here a title remove item, and then I put here the content. Are you sure you want to remove this item? However, you can even specify the item. And then if I go ahead and put the button, or the actions of text button. I don't like these buttons, but let's see how they look like, because yeah, that's okay, that's fine. Anyway, I'll go ahead and put here the actions. So I go ahead and put text button, and then I put here I can put here the text of what, remove. Okay, remove, and then I can give it maybe some color of red. Okay, so to remove an item, and then I can put here cancel, to cancel the process of removing an item. All right, so you can pause the video and look at that pop-up very carefully. It is just a simple pop-up. It begins at here, get default. All right, so once you practice those kind of good techniques, let's begin with the positive button, and then followed with the negative button of removing. So if I come here, click, so cancel or remove. Now when someone click to remove, or when someone clicks remove, we should go ahead and remove the item from the cart. All right, so let's see how we do that. I don't know how I'm going to even approach it. Anyway, we're going to put a remove button in our controller, just like we had the delete button. So we'll go to our main controller. We have this add to cart. We go to our main controller. Or is it our main controller? It is here. Just like we had this add to cart, we're going to have remove item. So we're going to put here remove. So it's going to be future, and then future void to return void. We don't need to listen to that. And then I'm going to put here remove from cart. Get to cart. Remove from cart. Where is add to cart, by the way? Just much more like add to cart. Where is add to cart? In cart, you have here add to cart, this one here. All right, so let's here remove from cart. So here we shall be accepting the what? The cart item. The cart item, can call it maybe X, and then here first of all, we may not need to even check if it is in cart or not. Let's just try to remove it. So here we go ahead and just say await dot item dot delete. Remember, this item already has its own delete function. the delete. After the delete, it will delete that particular cart item. You can pause this video and look at this function that is in the cart item, right? This is just a delete button, delete action. You can do it yourself even, right? To just delete an item from the table. All right, so after deleting, we go ahead and do what, and get the cart items so it can update, and then after we update. So yeah, so that should be able to even update the cart items, because this one updates even the cart items that are in the other cart list. So, and then return nothing, just return. You don't even return anything. Let's return, remove from cart. You can just put here void and return here nothing, return just. All right, so that's it. That's removed from cart. Let's go back now to this cart widget. So remove from cart, the one put here, remove from cart, it is already there, and then you go ahead and supply the item that should be removed from cart, and then we pop. However, you can go ahead and wait for this, and then after you go ahead and do some set state. I don't think we need to even do that. Yeah, so let's wait to remove and see if it will update accordingly. So if I come here, remove from cart, remove. Yeah, so it is not removing until we refresh. So there are two ways how we can approach this. There are two ways of how we can approach this. We can surround it with OBX. I think if we surround it with OBX, it will maybe update. Let's try to surround the widget with OBX. It will not throw errors. Let's try to do that. So I'll come here to anyway, let's do the simple one. Let's accept here a function of refreshing. Let's accept here a function of refreshing. So I come here and put function of on remove, or I say do refresh, right? So I come here and accept it here. So I put this dot what, do refresh. I think we must put a question mark because it can be null. I wanted to accept that function. Let's see what Copilot will tell us. So yeah, so this item we add main, then we also add the refresh. So this one we shall be refresh, calling it after maybe we have removed something. So remove item. So after removing, we go ahead and do await. After awaiting, we set state, and then we call widget dot do refresh. So you should go ahead and refresh. So it means that, you see how I've done that. Hope you can see it. So it means that now when you're calling here the cart, in the cart, where the cart screen here, when you're calling this guy, you should also pass it the refresh function. So we can just pass it to do refresh as the third parameter. Yeah, I hope that will work. Let's remove this guy. Are you sure you want to remove? It refreshes. That is beautiful, and it updates everything accordingly. And it updates everything accordingly. I come here, remove this guy, remove, it refreshes. Remove this one, these pants, remove, it refreshes. That is so beautiful. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. Let me take you back to the cart item widget to see how it works. Yep. Hope you can see that. Right? Okay, so those are the techniques that you need in the real world industry. Alright, let's go ahead and put now the price as well as the feature to change the number of items. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. So it still come back to cart widget, and then these are logical sizes. When we shall start working with changing the size, let's leave that one, but we shall come to it. Let's go ahead and put the currency, I mean the product, the respective item. So let's go ahead. I think let's just work with the logic of sizes, so we can know that we are done with it at once. Sizes and colors. I don't know whether I should add it right now. Those things are interesting. Where someone has to pick a size and color, and they're making an order. I think they're important. Let's add. It's another pain. Should we add them? Oh no, shall work with them later. Let's first finish this. Yeah, we shall come for it later. All right, so I want to come here and add these ones. So let's go to our cart item widget. Cart item widget. Oh, our time is up. That's it for today. In the next lecture, we are going to work with this, adding the item, changing this. You see, when we are changing here, the total is changing. The total is changing. All right, so that's what we're going to work at in the next lecture. Sorry, and we're going to do them in the next lecture. So make sure that you don't miss. We're going to work with this logic of adding items, different item to cart. Alright, see you in the next lecture. Make sure that you don't miss. Make sure that you practice. Don't just watch like movies. But I believe if you can reach at this point of the video, you must be practicing, of course. Yeah. Alright, goodbye. See you in the next lecture. I see someone here is saying hi, sir. Hello, Jida. Oh my god. I mean, shit. Bade sinajamu edifoni. Mama. Huh? Shopping cart like that. And then after doing so, I save. They shall have here my shopping cart like that, and then here. Here, when it finishes, should go ahead and set state. Main start the main alignment to be start, and then the cross alignment to be start like that. All right, so after doing so, we go ahead and give it children. All right, guys, goodbye. See you in the